Hey guys, it's DMO73 bringing you another spoiler article. Coming up, this is like 4 days in a row with spoiler articles. This is awesome. Before I get into this article, I want to show you something that got spoiled at about the middle of the day yesterday. It's one of the new true magic stones for the new set. Here it is. This is Little Red, the Pure Stone. This stone is amazing. So, as this card comes into the magic stone area, choose an attribute. Activate, tap. This produces one will of the chosen attribute, aka this is a pure colorless stone. It can essentially be whatever color you need it to be at the time that you play it. So this is going to be a great card that can splash into pretty much any mana deck. I mean, you only need one because if you control two or more, it's going to get destroyed. But it's just, I mean, it takes up a free spot. So when you're running a deck that maybe has like one basic mana stone, like, ta-da! I found your replacement. This is way better. Also, activate target resonator that shares its attribute with this chosen attribute gains 200/200. So being able to pump something that matches your attribute 200/200 until end of turn. So a little bit of extra poke damage too. It essentially just undoes Mindless, the Ghostly Flamestone, but you can run both of them. So why not? That's just awesome. So now we'll get into the article. This is Fairy Unchained, the Snow Queen. So that's awesome. No, it's not Frozen. It is actually the original story of the Snow Queen. So just keep that in mind. We're not letting it go. It's just no. Anyway, so we have Etna, the Snow Queen. Etna, not Elsa. Etna. There we go. So it's pretty cheap, 2 blue, 1 colorless, 700/700. So it's a 3-drop 700, so that's automatically really good. Fairy Tale, oh snap, Grimm's getting more support. Queen. Awakening, pay X. That means you can pay as many as you want of any color to trigger this awakening. Enter, rest X target resonators. They cannot recover as long as this card is on the field. So this is like Pied Piper on, a different version of Pied Piper on steroids. So you have 10 mana to spend, and your opponent has 7 monsters, pay all 10. Bam, rest all 7 of them, and hello, Etna is locking them all down forever. That's nuts. And then whenever this card deals damage to your opponent, he or she discards a card. So not only do you make them rest, but when you clear their board and lock things down, you get to also start whittling down their hand. Why is this so good? This is amazing, and I love it. Plus, I like the fact that the art goes beyond the border, so that's a pretty cool thing. This is just awesome. I don't know. I don't even know what to say other than the fact that this is going to be a pretty staple card in any kind of blue deck. Plus, it's a Fairy Tale, so even more support for Grimm. If Grimm players don't want to play Piper anymore, ta-da! They can play Etna the Snow Queen and do the same thing. So that's really awesome. And then there's the boy and the girl, the 2 characters from within the story of the Snow Queen. Kai, the Frozen Heart. 3-drop 12/12. Okay, so 3-drop 12/12. That's amazing. But the triggers is you put 3 frozen counters on this card. This card cannot attack or block as long as it has a frozen counter. And whenever a resonator is put into a graveyard from your field, remove a frozen counter. So whenever something dies, he kind of thaws out and gets playable. If only there was a way to pull off those counters faster. Oh wait, there is. Gerda, the Tears of Passion. This is the little girl who goes in search of her friend who's been captured by the Ice Queen. So it's pretty cool. Also, if you notice, their artwork coincides with one another. So there's some dual card art going on there, which I think is a really nice touch. These guys are both Fairy Tales, by the way. She's a 2-drop 6/6. That's the biggest 2-drop body that we've seen ever. So that's amazing. And her colorless cause means here, 1 blue, 1 red. But if you're playing Grimm, whatever, because she's a Fairy Tale, so you can play with her for anything. So 2-drop 6/6, that's amazing. She can remove a counter from a card you control. This card gains swiftness, flying, or target attack until end of turn. So think of it this way. Play Kai the Frozen Heart. Next turn, play Gerda. Activate her activate effect 3 times. She has swiftness, flying, and target attack, and now Kai is playable. So yeah, that's a thing. That's just awesome. I also think of you can get around his enter effect with Humpty Dumpty. So if you play Humpty Dumpty, bring out Kai, he doesn't trigger his enter ability. So ta-da! The other thing is, Dreams of Juliet. You phase him real quick, bring him back. He doesn't have any frozen counters anymore. Um, there's so many ways to play around with this guy. It'll be awesome. And Gerda is a card from card you control, so it's not just Kai, but she's made to synergize with Kai. So, like, talking about, like, the Book of Genesis, you can manipulate the number of counters on it to get monsters and stuff. Same with Red Bird of Omen. You can, remove counters from it to make sure that, one, Red Bird won't kill itself, and two, you can, like, manipulate the counters on it in order to blow up your opponent's side of the field. I don't necessarily know how good it will be with Red Bird because of the fact that Gerda is such a low cost anyway, so like you don't want Redbird to kill her too. It'll be tricky, but I mean, we've seen counters before. Plus, this is going to be interesting to see with like Little Red, the True Fairy Tale, because she can pull counters, like achievement counters off. So there's like a lot of synergy that's going to go on with Gerda, particularly with Kai, but also with a lot of other stuff. So this is going to be really interesting. So that's all we have for today, guys. This is, as always, DMO73. Please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think of these new cards. Are you worried that we're going to see a lot of, like, Frozen jokes now that we have Etna the Snow Queen in the deck? What decks do you think that these cards are going to see play in? I, for one, think that with the, it's going to make it so that I can play, like, Grim, but, like, focus on specific types of stories, which will be fun to, like, play. I just think overall that'll be pretty fun to play. What kind of decks do you see these guys getting splashed in? What kind of things do you think Gerda can really pull off? What are some other ways that you can get all these counters off of Kai faster? Like, tell me what all of those you think about in those comments down below. As always, we'll put up spoiler articles whenever I can, as well as matches on Wednesday and deck profiles on Saturdays. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, this is DMO73 signing off.